In this video I will be covering the roadmap for the release of Vanguard and new Warzone updates in what has been a rocky road for most players in 2021. From stale content, unbalanced weapons, game glitches and no anti-cheat, it would be fair to say the community has a right to complain about the current state of Call of Duty and Warzone in particular. Will the next few months prove the developers have taken on board the community feedback, and will it be a redemption moment that will see players return and the game properly challenge their biggest multiplayer rivals Battlefield? Let's get into the content and I'll give you my opinion at the end of the video. If you do enjoy the video and find it of value, then please consider throwing me a like. If you're brand new, then check you are subscribed to stay up to date with this and other content. So Vanguard, which launches November 5th, will include a brand new solo campaign, multiplayer maps with new Ricochet anti-cheat rollout, and new adaptation of Zombies mode. Following up in November with a classic map update of Shipment to support that weapon grind, and the Verdansk swan song in the form of limited time events before the map gets replaced, but more on that later. The Vanguard campaign is entrenched in World War II across multiple fronts of the conflict. You in the solo campaign control 5 soldiers that result in the origins of the original Special Forces. Theatres include North Africa, the Pacific, the Eastern Front in Russia and various locations for the British Army 9th Parachute Battalion. With the focus on personal stories around the globe for one common goal, the producers are hoping to give a new perspective on an event that has already been well trodden over the history of modern gaming. The campaign will release with various difficulty settings and combine progression with in-game and platform-based rewards to utilise within multiplayer. Zombies as part of the launch expands on the dark ether first experienced in Call of Duty Cold War. Set in the ruins of Stalingrad, the 4-player co-op begins with our Special Forces operatives stranded in a snowy graveyard with no backup and no means of communication. Between objectives you can explore the ever-expanding forward operating base in Stalingrad to access classic upgrades such as perks, weapon upgrades and the Pack-a-Punch. However, with this release, Treyarch Studios have taken it one step further and introduced the Altar of Covenants, enabling access to a variety of upgrades that randomise on each play, meaning unique spin on how you approach every match, especially when fighting new, more powerful enemies. Again, just as in the campaign, your progress and gameplay will count towards rewards and weapon progression as part of the overall platform. As for multiplayer, launch sees 16 maps, reflecting the campaign mode with locales such as North Africa, Berlin, the Pacific, Paris and Stalingrad to name but a few. 7 regular core modes are available as expected, with a new multi-arena survival team on team tournament known as Champion Hill. Other modes will follow as we head towards December. Talking about operators, 12 will be available at launch, each with their own customization options when it comes to clothes, finishing moves, poses and equipment. These operators will have over 3 dozen weapons to choose from at launch, with over 200 unique weapon attachments to fit in designated slots. Unlike previous titles, no 2 weapons share the same selection of attachments, so finding the right setup for you and your playstyle will need some trial and error. Perks remain an important part of any loadout, and launch will see 6 perk choices for 3 slots available and 6 lethal and tactical equipment pieces. Moving on to what is probably the biggest issue of the multiplayer arena right now, especially in Warzone, is the lack of anti-cheat software and how this is currently being exploited, causing waves of players to simply move on to other games over the last 6 months. The launch of Vanguard brings with it the rollout of what should be the start of a solution named Ricochet. This will be embedded within the code, so no additional download is necessary. The follow-up of the soft launch will be in the form of a kernel level driver currently planned to roll out on the release of the new Warzone package starting December. I'm sure I echo the community in keeping our fingers crossed that this will continue to outpace the exploits of hackers and bring a sense of fair play back to what should be an enjoyable experience. Moving to Warzone, as I mentioned earlier, an encore to Verdansk is set to start November 18th to celebrate the past 18 months. The limited time mode will be supported by 2 unique rewards for participation and claiming a victory. Seeding of info on the new Warzone map named Caldera will start to surface November 24th, with the destruction of Verdansk beginning November 30th. Caldera will launch December 2nd as an exclusive 24-hour play for owners of Vanguard before it's rolled out and available to everyone. The map, launched as the opening to Season 1, located in the Pacific and including over 200 points of interest, including forests, beaches, ruins and even a volcano. Roughly the size of Verdansk, this map has been built on the new Vanguard tech engine and will include the rollout of the next stage of anti-cheat software. Available to all players in Season 1 outside of the standard Battle Royale for this map will include Vanguard Royale mode and Vanguard Plunder mode, showcasing all new content for the Season 1 update onwards, including weaponry and vehicles like biplanes and AA trucks. Rebirth Island will continue to be part of the package, and at this time is not planned to have any changes made regarding the map itself. With the release of Season 1, Vanguard will receive 3 new multiplayer maps, 3 new operators, new zombie content, and new weapon rollouts. At a practical level, this change to a new map only affects the arena itself. All operators, progression and personal profile will remain as the switch happens on December the 2nd. Preload for the release November 5th is now available for consoles, with PC preload coming November 2nd. Will it live up to expectations? Will anti-cheat reduce community frustration? And will this be a contender for your investment against Battlefield 2042? My opinion, having played Cold War, Warzone since launch, plus the Vanguard beta, is that it certainly has elevated the possibilities of success. Warzone has always felt like a proof of concept and as such not been really given the attention it deserves. With this release, having seen some of it in the beta, there appears to be solid content for all types of players, and I have to applaud the developers for the approach that reflects giving the community what we've been asking for: something fresh, something new, and something fair. I will be following this from launch and streaming a first playthrough on November the 5th, so subscribe to catch me and future content on this and Battlefield 2042. Thanks for watching and have a great day.